Facebook's chief Mark Zuckerberg, he got into politics. He called out Donald Trump at their annual conference yesterday. Roll that tape.
I hear fearful voices calling for building walls and distancing people they label as others, for blocking free expression, for slowing immigration, reducing trade.
Now, you can see he's getting into politics right there. This was at the same meeting as where he discussed new items coming on Facebook and its technology. But let's concentrate on the politics for a second. Come on in, Daniel Halper. He's with the Weekly Standard. You wrote about Zuckerberg's comments. It seems to me that he's just gone straight into the middle of the election. Am I right?
Yeah, you are absolutely right. But in fairness to him, this was started by Donald Trump about 6 months ago when Donald Trump released his immigration plan. He went squarely after Mark Zuckerberg and tied him to Marco Rubio, calling Marco Rubio Facebook's personal senator, saying that he wants all these H-1B visas in order, and it's suppressing his own employment of minorities and women. This is what Donald Trump's own immigration plan accused Facebook of doing. So you can see how, on a personal level, Mark Zuckerberg might want to push back a little bit.
Yeah,
why it took him 6 months is a whole other issue. But you can see sort of how this fight got started.
Yeah, but I take the point. But this is the man who founded and runs one of the world's great global technology companies, and he's jumped right into the election very strongly against Donald Trump. I'm a little surprised that a man in his position would take such an overt position in a very contentious election in the first place.
Yeah, I think I think it's showing how business leaders are viewing the Republican nominee, and I think we're going to start seeing a lot more of this. Already there have been reports that Republican National Committee is having trouble with various corporations who don't want to be tied to the convention in the summer. There is some weariness around Donald Trump as the Republican nominee, and some business leaders, look, I think on a personal level he probably sees it more as a moral issue. He has personally pushed immigration reform. He is anti-Donald Trump, no question. So I think it's not a business decision. I think it's a personal decision that is pushing him to speak out against Donald Trump. But the truth is, if Donald Trump loses, and if he's not the president, or then perhaps it will look prescient, and perhaps it will be a long-term business decision. Obviously, it will affect their business and how they go about and interact with this government.
Well, Zuckerberg clearly has a global audience, and I suspect he's talking to that global audience. Daniel, thank you very much for joining us today. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Stuart.
Okay.